Next up is my little jar, and I'm going to, I don't know, I think I'll put texture on there first. Now, one reason that I say that is because it has resistance when it's closed. So if you want to try to press some designs into your little jar, I would do it now. Maybe little X's, little circles. When in doubt, do polka dots, right? Now it does distort it a little bit, so I'm going to spend a little time kind of straightening it out. So now I'm going to go back through and take a look at it. Do I need to put any more on there? I think that's enough for now. I might want these to go down into here like this, just to bring it in. Okay, next up, I need to decide where I'm going to cut my lid into. So I think your best bet is either to use a paper clip or the pin. And I really just think I want mine to be straight across. So I'm just going to hold it in the same spot and just go around. And then I'm going to take my pin or my paper clip and cut off my lid. Now you can spend some time kind of smoothing this lid out a little bit, but like I said, I need to figure out how to sit it on there. And the truth is I did something without even thinking of it, and that is I cut it at an angle. So if I cut it at an angle, my lid really won't come off. But I also could put a little flange on there. Okay, the next thing that I forgot to do is I'm going to key the lid so that it goes back on in the same way. Trying to see how it goes. There we go. So what I'm going to do is put a little mark here and a little mark here. And that can be decorative, but now I know how that lid goes back on. So you're going to want to do that. Now I'm going to take this off. It's pretty soft still. So I'm going to go through and kind of clean this up. Now for my flange, what I'm going to do is take a little piece of clay, because I don't fire the lid on there. You know, this angle would probably be enough to keep it on there and keep it from sliding off. But if you want something a little more, I'm just going to roll a little coil and take my thumb and push it out. So now I have a flat little slab where I can add that onto there, score and slip, put it on there like this going around. I didn't make it quite long enough, and then I would blend that in. So let me do that. Okay, so I did this. Doesn't look super great. I still have some more work to do. You know, I can go around and smooth it in, but most importantly, this has to angle in. So if you're going to add one of these and not just use the angle, it really needs to angle in, and then you have to test it out and make sure it fits in there. And actually, you should leave some room in there. It's not going to fit back on. So I should pull this out a little bit. So there has to be a little bit of room in there for it to fit in there. You can also put plastic between them. But now I'm going to do the knobs. So knobs can be all sorts of different shapes and sizes. What I don't want you to do, and will get you a grade deduction, is to do this. Okay, just a circle tells me that you haven't thought about it that much. But I can take that and make it into a tiny little stem, or I could take this and continue with this idea. Actually, I want to pull that in a little bit. So now I'm going to take this and continue with my stripey idea. And I can score and slip that on there. And so now I have a pot with a little bit of personality to it. There was a spaghetti one that I showed you. So you can take this and just jumble it all up, flatten it out and then you can cut it. And that could become a knob on top of here. Score and slip it on. Kind of a sideways knob. I have a little leaf knob that I put on there. So you just need to make sure that it has enough attached to it. It could be a little animal. Another thing that you can do is take your coil and take your tongue depressor and just go through and do kind of the candy stripe like this. And then I could flip it over. No, I could angle this the other way and do it this way. I always forget how to do that. Flatten it out. I like flattening it because it just gives it a little more motion to it. Then I can cut it. And now I have a little loop handle on there. So that's my little loop handle. So I want you to think about lids. I want you to think about knobs. I want you to think about the body. And the final thing I want you to think about is feet. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm just going to add a little tiny feet for height. So let me make them. I'm going to take, I need 4 of them that are the same. So I need clay that is about the same size. Making my little things here about the same size. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of flatten those out so they have a nice attachment right here and just give a little bit of lift to it. So I'm going to go and do that. Okay, so I've scored and slipped them on. I've pushed them on there. I have some cleanup to do. You can do it with your brush dipped in water. If you don't have a brush, you can do it with a Q-tip. If you don't have a Q-tip, you can just use your pencil to kind of clean up those areas. Your fingers don't work the best. Little bit of height. And then I have my lid that goes on like that. And I don't know what my favorite knob is. I can't decide. Maybe that one. No. Maybe this one. I don't know. I'll have to decide. But those are the elements of your little jar. And like I said, I have to clean this up a little bit more. So good luck. Have fun. Try to be creative. You can copy some things. You just can't copy everything. All right.